Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. The word of Chukwuka Abiyama says, "They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagle. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint." Do you wonder why each time Buhari, whenever he loses election in the time past, he always weep like a weeping baby? The reason why he did that, or why he has been doing that, is because he has no compassion for Nigerians, but he weeps because he believes that he is the only one that can achieve their agenda to Fulanize and Islamize Nigeria. To achieve this Janjaweed Fulani agenda, they were able to deceive Tinubu and the Southwest politicians. They deceived them to join forces with them so that they could remove Jonathan from office and Buhari would take over, and they promised Tinubu vice president, and which later will translate to president in 2019. So they also had to recruit Saraki and deceived him that they were going to make him a president, but they started him with the position of Senate president so that he can thwart Tinubu's presidential ambition. You see, these Fulanis, they understand the game. They recruited Rocha Sokorocha. They promised him that they will give Igbo presidency. They recruited Adam Oshomale. They recruited all the Efulefus, politicians in the Biafran region and other southern regions. And after they did that, they used them and they dumped all of them like a pack of cards. After the Fulani succeeded in 2015, they handed power to Meyeti Allah, who runs the show in the zoo called Nigeria. Their Fulanization agenda started with nepotic appointments. The second thing they did was they took over the security agencies, took over customs, took over immigration, took over judiciary and legislature, so that the agenda will run on a smooth run. Then they deployed Fulani herdsmen coming from all the Sahel countries in Africa to the southern forests, and they armed them. And the reason why they did that was in case of any opposition to their agenda. They also stopped press freedom, and they silenced dissident voices. Those that can be bribed were bribed. Those that were not able to be bribed, they silenced them. They deployed Fulani security personnel to head their commands in Biafra land and other southern regions. They bribed all the Efulefus in Biafra to gain support within. They also bribed international bodies and the press to look the other way when they commit all their atrocities, so that they will sell their own story to the world instead of the truth. Another thing they did was they used the Southwest media to portray their agenda as Fulani headers clashes, whereas it was Fulanization agenda. So the Southwest media used such narrative to deceive the world and hide the truth because of 2023 presidential ambition of Bola Tinubu. They proscribe IPOB because they believe that the only thing that can stop them from achieving their agenda is IPOB. So they proscribe them criminally to have easy access. But Chukwu Okike Abịama brought Eastern Security Network when the bloods of Biafrans that were killed by the Janjaweed Fulani cried unto him for vengeance. The Fulani also planned to settle foreign Fulanis whom they promised lands in Nigeria. To deceive people of the South region, they enacted grazing routes. That's the reenacted grazing route for Fulani herders who are doing private business and not paying taxes. They are not contributing anything to the economy. They renamed the grazing route to Ruga. When that failed, then they bribed the southern governors to establish Ruga settlements for Fulanis. And the funny thing about this Ruga settlement, or the irony about it, is that the settlements were bigger than an average local government in Biafra land. And the reason why they did that was so that they can easily take our ancestral lands. But all that plans failed. So when that plan failed, they renamed Ruga to National Livestock Transformation Plan. But that also failed again. Then they pushed for waterway bills through the National Assembly because they are already taking over the legislature, which was the same plans as the previous ones. But that failed again. When all their strategies failed, they jettisoned their promise to hand over to Tinubu in 2019 and other Southerners that they deceived. They pushed the goalposts to 2023, and now they are running out of time and money to execute their agenda. That is the reason for the increased Fulani terrorism, huge borrowing, sinking Nigeria, the zoo called Nigeria, into an unrecoverable debt level. They are using all the gas and oil revenues generated from Biafra land to further their agenda. That's what they are using to fund. That's why all the banditry are going on and they are paying ransom. The money comes from the revenues from the oil and gas. When they saw that, oh, they are not, people are not borrowing them money again, the international organizations are not borrowing them money again, they resorted to increasing tax and fuel prices. And the reason why they did this is to impoverish Biafrans, and they used the income to fund their agenda. They closed the southern borders while the northern borders were opened. And they lied that they are helping rice farmers to increase their revenue. But that strategy was actually used to bring in more Janjaweed Fulani from Sahel. They prevented armed acquisition by Biafrans and impoverished them. That was one of the reasons why they closed the border, because they knew that once the Fulanis are killing, the other tribe will want to acquire arms. So they quickly closed the border so that nobody will get access to ammunition. And they brought in their Janjaweed Fulanis from all the Sahel countries. They increased import duty to destroy Biafran businesses, because their strategy is to suffocate people. All their strategy is to break down the spirit and finances of Biafra so that they can succumb under pressure and give up their ancestral land to the Janjaweed Fulanis to occupy. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is a very good student of history, and he understands their strategy, and that is why he is warning everyone about the doomsday that the Fulanis are planning. And as a man of integrity, he has promised all Biafrans that he will never back down. So if you look at all this, the Fulani Janjaweed herdsmen and the bandits and the Fulani presidency, they are all working together to achieve their agenda of Fulanizing and Islamizing Nigeria. And their strategy basically is to impoverish people, is to maim and kill, to create fear, to break down people's spirit so that they can succumb under pressure and release their land and make the Fulani agenda very easy. And they are bribing everyone, international bodies, they are bribing all the social media, they are bribing Southwest medias, they are bribing everyone, even the Efulefus they are bribing and promising them one political position or the other. But everybody knows Fulani. They used Oshomole, they dumped him. Thank you guys for watching my video. Watch out for the next. Thank you. Bye-bye.